The purpose of this video is to give you a little bit of extra help finishing up the main.cpp file and implementing the one and only getter function for this lab assignment. So as described earlier in the demo, in main.cpp you have some function calls here that were implemented for a structure implementation, but now they need to be converted because we now have a class implementation. So recall that if we have a function call when we're working with a structure instance, it would need to be passed as an argument. However, we can take a quick look at the cat.h file and we remember that we converted the structure to a class. If I want to call the readCat function, it is now a member function of the class called cat. So I have to go to main.cpp and recall that when we have a member function, we need to use a class object to call it. So I have to say mycat.readCat in order to call this member function. So hopefully that's clear with respect to how you will fix the other function calls so that they now work in a class implementation. Now I want to direct your attention to implementing the onGetter function. Please check the lab exercise description to see which getter function you need to implement. Essentially, the one cat characteristic that you see in your sample code is the getter function that you will need to implement. So whatever attribute of the cat is being displayed in your sample code, you will need to go to your header file, cat.h, and add the function prototype for that one getter function as specified from your lab exercise description. You will then go into your cat.cpp file and you will scroll down and implement that one getter function directly before your readCat function. Again, remember that the order we write our function prototypes is the same order that we will implement them in the .cpp file. Hopefully, those extra directions help you wrap up your lab exercise. If you need any help, please feel free to ask your lab instructor for help.